setback. It's about the get back. I want to appreciate everybody that's became a member, that subscribed to the channel, and that watches the channel. I appreciate y'all. If you haven't already hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time we go live. I appreciate all of y'all that rock with me, and I hope y'all continue to rock with me. Fam, what's popping, man? Now we're gonna talk about the industry, man. The industry. You know, it's crazy that you can't put that work in with your talent and get there. It's always a fight to get through the struggle because don't nobody want to see nobody else win. It's always people that you expect to want to see you elevate that don't want to see you elevate. And you can work your ass off, push hard, and it'll always be the people that you don't expect that's going to want to hold you back. Man, y'all hear about the lawsuit with Desiree Perez's daughter against Desiree Perez and Rock Nation, and they've been running game for a minute. And we hearing about all these different lawsuits. Talking about Fat Joe allegedly putting the hit on 50. It's a whole bunch going on. When people get that bag, they feel like they bigger than anything in life. And at this moment now, we seeing a lot of people, a lot of entities getting a reality check, you know, because for a long time it was always looked at as if you got the bag and your bag is bigger than somebody, you can step on them and ain't nothing going to happen to you. You know, it's a lot of people that then stepped on others because they felt like their money was longer. Or if you figured something out and they wasn't able to get a part of it, they'll figure out how to bring you down. Nicki Minaj, she was speaking out about it for a minute, letting people know she was being done dirty, allegedly by Rock Nation. Tory Lanez speaking out that he was allegedly being done dirty by Rock Nation. Desiree Perez's daughter speaking out that she was allegedly being done dirty by her mom and Rock Nation. It's a lot of people speaking out about them now. And you know, at one point, people wouldn't speak out about certain entities because they don't want to be blackballed in the industry. They'll blackball you real easy. Make sure you hit that like button. You in the building, smash that like button. Hit that subscribe button, man, for real. They'll blackball you quick and make it look like you crazy. This has been the game of the industry for so long. When you speak out about something and you challenge whatever program they got going on, they find a way to make you crazy. That right there has been going on for so long, man. People got to understand it ain't no fair deal in the industry. Nah. You know, when you young, you look up to these different people that are music legends and actors, but on some real stuff, it ain't all what you see. You got to be with the program to get there. If you ain't following protocol, you ain't going to get there. If you buck the system later, they going to blackball you. And it's foul that it's like that because the people with real true talent, they don't get to elevate because they held back because other people want to control everything. Other people want to control everything. That's ill. It's some money that's printed, man. The government can take the money whenever they want. The government can take the money whenever they want. They print it. But they got a lot of people thinking like if they got the money, they got to step on everybody else. You know, this is why you got to watch who you get into business with, who you deal with, the people you associate with, man, the things you look up to. Somebody you might look up to might really not be what they portraying to be, you know? And that's a fact. If you haven't already hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, man. Share this live. Desiree Perez, daughter, said that allegedly the mom was doing all type of BS to try to break up her relationship with the boyfriend that she got married to. Got the boyfriend sent to jail, got her sent to the nut house, had corrupt cops doing crazy stuff, had corrupt private investigators doing crazy stuff, had corrupt people inside of the healthcare system doing crazy stuff, had corrupt people that got degrees doing crazy stuff, all because she felt like she had the power and the money and she wanted to break up the relationship with her daughter. Now, people know that Desiree Perez cooperated before. She brought down the cartel. She cooperated, right? The crazy thing about these kind of people, they do this kind of stuff, right? And in their mind, they think, I'll just cooperate and get out of the situation again. Straight up. I'll just cooperate and get out of the situation again. So they do these type of things without a care in the world. And these are the people that control who makes it to a certain level. Bobby Smurder, he said Rock Nation was foul. They was holding him back. It's crazy that when somebody can't control you and they got position, they want to destroy you so that you don't elevate because you're not doing business with them. That's what's ill. A hustler is a hustler, right? So now that I look at it, right, some of the people that I looked at like was hustlers in the industry that then made it to higher levels. I'm saying now these niggas ain't hustlers. Hell no. That's not a hustler. If you gotta tear somebody else down in order for you to stay on top of the game, that ain't no hustler. Your grind ain't like that. You got a mediocre grind. Because you tearing jokers down to stay afloat. And this is what these dudes is doing. But what they do is they adapt to the program that others is doing. They see other people making sure that they stunt people's growth so that they can stay on top of the game. So they follow suit, and we be out here looking at them like, yo, they grinded to get there. They in position. When all actuality, they just following the suit of the other people that been destroying people so that they can monopolize the board. That's what's ill. If you haven't already hit that like button, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, man. Share this live. This is what they doing though. The game is real foul, and these people be everywhere acting as if they really are playing the game fair. They really put that work in to get where they at. Nah, a lot of these jokers, they did backstabbing work to get there. And people been saying it for years. This has been spoke about for years about these people that are in position that people got to go through, and they've been holding jokers back because they don't want to see certain people elevate because they can't eat off you. Now these people be rich already in position. In position. But they try to make sure that others don't elevate just because they want to control you. Now that's ill. Is that what a joker want to do in life? Is that the goal? To try to get somewhere, but allow somebody to control you for you to make it to those levels? That right there is weak. Yeah. Straight up. Hey, kid, let some of them live. Let some of them live. You know, I appreciate you, kid. Let some of them live so we can bring the volume up on there real quick. You know, I appreciate you. You know, the game is dirty. It's real dirty. You know, people look at these people that's at the top and they start saying, yo, how did they get there? You know how they got there? They got there from being grimy. Straight up. They got there from being grimy. You not getting no position at the top level, whereas though you got to deal with a whole bunch of people in this industry without being grimy. That's the only way that it's going to happen. I see it now. I sit back and I'm paying attention to it because it was a time that I would hear people like speak out about this stuff, right? And I'll be like, man, they just complaining because something ain't going their way. But now when I sit back and look at it, it's more than that. A person will put their work in, and when they see you putting that work in, they come to see you and come to you nice. But if you don't respond the way they want you to respond, they make it their business to dumb everything down you're doing. Your numbers drop. Nobody's paying attention to you. Your rhythm on the internet drop. Everything drops because they can't control you. That's what's foul about the game. Everybody should have a fair shot at elevating. But it's people that want so much control and power because they feel like they're going to lose control of things, that they do things backdoor. And I'm looking at a lot of the jokers in the industry funny, man. The ones in position. I'm looking at them funny now because I see y'all ain't really grind. You had to go along with the process of backstabbing to get there. And if you didn't do that, you wouldn't be where you at. Straight up. Nikki was trying to tell people about how they was trying to blackball her. Straight up. She said they won't even put her shit on the radio. I got the money to put my shit on the radio myself. But the radio ain't even taking my money. Now that's ill. She's saying I got the money to put it on the radio myself. And they don't even want to take my money. Now you know that's ill. Puffy was doing the same thing. If he had beef with you, he would call the radio and say, don't put that out. If you put that out, I'm going to get you canceled. This is why Puff thought he would never go to jail. This is why he thought he would never go to jail when he said, damn, they got Puff Daddy in jail. Because these dudes was all running the same program. They was all doing the same thing. He just got picked. It was his pick. Come here, we got you. We don't know who gonna be next. Jay escaped that shit with Puff. However he escaped it. But who knows if they gonna spin the block on him. Real shit. They let these dudes get in position because they put them in position. Yeah. I'm seeing it now. These niggas ain't working their way there by the grind from their own way of grinding. They got to go with the program to get there. And that's the only way you going to get there. And you got to do whatever's supposed to be done to stay there. So by them doing whatever's supposed to be done to stay there, when they want to get you out of there, it's easy for them to get you out of there because you had to go with the program. I see it now. You had to do these certain things and go with these certain rituals or the way they operate, so it makes it easy for them to get you out of there. They ain't got to work to get you out of there for real because you did things that they allowed you that they knew was wrong, and they allowed you to operate, but that there is to keep you in check. When a lot of these dudes ain't paying attention to it, the shit they allowing you to do is to keep you in check. So when you get out of line, I'm going to use this against you. You remember this? And, you know, some of these artists, right, they got the shit where as though they want to have the camera and record you doing some foul stuff. right? But at the same time, they got some of the people whereas though they telling you to do certain things that they don't even got to record you. It's just that we know what you're doing wrong. Yeah, we know what you're doing wrong, so go ahead and do it. We ain't got to record you. When we turn against you, the people that was involved with you, they gonna be the ones to flip on you. So it makes it easy. We put certain people in position, allow them to do certain things. So when they do something wrong, the people that they were doing it wrong to are the people that's going to flip on them. They found a better way to do it. You know, they was doing it where they had the cameras on them and making sure they record you so that they can line you up. Easy work. I'm gonna record you so I can show you the tape later. I think that was back in the 80s shit, maybe in the 90s, right? But I think in the 2000s, they said they know it's more common for the people around you to tell on you and them to be believed. So you can do these certain things, and we know when it get heated, the people around you going to flip on you. Make sure you hit that like button too. You in the building, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. Share this live. And these dudes in position be thinking that they good because the people tell them, yo, you straight. You with us. You a part of whatever they got going on. You know, some people try to make it seem like it's the Illuminati and, you know, whatever you want to call it, right? Yeah, you with us. But when you get out of line, they check you. And they check you solid. Whereas though you might be checkmate, nigga. Diddy was in position for so long. He thought he was above the law, right? I know some of the people that are in the industry, honestly, even though they might not be where they want to be at, I guarantee you they probably saying, I'm glad I didn't get to that position because it come with a cost. We looking at these people like they're living good because they are the top execs and they're in position. No, these niggas is living on pins and needles. Straight up. Now, I like pay attention to a lot of shit. They living on pins and needles. It looked good to us because they paid and people praising them, but they living on pins and needles. One false move against them, and we gonna break you down. We gonna let you know what it is. You don't really run nothing. You run what we allow you to run. Straight up. But they be thinking they run shit. I'm the man. I'm the woman in position. But then they turn around and take everything out of you. They drain you. And you in a situation. Y'all see what they did to Tory Lanez, man? Then came out, man. Tory didn't even do it, man. That's what's ill. You know what I'm saying? It done came out that Tory didn't even do it. The whole world turned against him and say, man, the man is guilty, right? We hear his pop holler out, Rock Nation. Rock Nation. His pop was hollering that out. And I'm listening to him like on some real shit like, huh? Rock Nation? What Rock Nation got to do with this? But then people saying, yo, Tory broke the code. He found a way to get the bag without them. And that right there, they don't like that because that's how they eating without doing nothing. You just attached to us, so we eat off your name from being attached to us. Why the game got to be like that? Huh? Why the game gotta be like that? That's what make it where I see why people really don't want to be involved with it. They like, man, I ain't with that shit. Because I see what it is. I gotta do what I'm told, but I'm acting like I'm a boss. That's what the music industry is. These dudes that sign to these labels and shit, they portraying this image to the world like they are a boss. Men and women, they portraying the image like they a boss, but they workers. They just high class workers. And their fall is a lot harder if they pull the plug on them. They running around and they high class workers because they can't make their own decision. If they go against what they told to do, they get broke down serious, and they crush them when they break them down. They make sure that you don't got the attention that you thought you had. That's the thing about the game. If you haven't already hit the subscribe button, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and share this video. See, I see now Megan Thee Stallion, she was instructed to do what she did. This is why at first she was quiet. She ain't say nothing. She wasn't trying to say nothing about Tory. She was instructed to say what she said about Tory because of the contract that she had. She was told, man, you better say this or it's going to mess you up. You got to pick. It's you or him. Who you think she was going to choose on some real stuff? It's you or him. Anybody going to say, man, I'm going to choose me first. So she was instructed and she got to stand behind what she said, because once you get to a certain level in life, especially when you climb up the ladder, if you got a little something, you don't want to go back to ground zero. Motherfucker talk all that shit, but once you start getting some paper, you don't want to go back to ground zero. That shit hit different. Ground zero, no money, that right there, shit ain't coming in. You know, because we look at these people like they rich, right? But their expenses is high. A couple months, no money coming in with those same habits, that shit'll take you all the way backwards. Responsibilities come in every month. And a lot of them jokers got some heavy responsibilities. So they got this image like they got it like that, but they got to answer to people. And they got to answer correctly. Megan Thee Stallion, she had to follow what was told. Yo, you better say this. Yeah. You better, or else you ain't going to have your career. What you think she going to do? We all see Megan Thee Stallion, she come out with a single every now and then, but it's like the same old Diddy bop. That shit ain't hitting for nothing, man. Just being real. That shit ain't hitting for nothing like that, man. So she got different deals that she got, and yeah, it's through Rock Nation and shit like that, but at the same time, they getting a piece of other shit she doing. That's the thing about the industry. They start getting a piece of everything you doing. And we look at them like they bosses. Yeah. Nigga, them people getting a part of everything you do. And if you don't play the rules correctly, nigga, we gonna show you. You ain't what you think you are. Yeah. But you know, the game is foul, and a lot of things are being exposed. A lot of things are being exposed about the industry and these people, man. They don't look the same. I honestly see why Jay never got social media. I see why. Because them niggas know what they into. And him, he know. Listen, he come from the street, but he know that it get messy, and them dudes knowing what they got to do to stay there. See, Puff, he wasn't a hustler on the street. Puff wasn't a street hustler. Jay was a street hustler. You can see the difference. Puff wasn't a street hustler, so the way he was operating was like, I'm here, what's up? Yeah, I'm loud with it. I got to show it. Not understanding that you can get broke all the way down. Jay don't want to be in that light, knowing that he got skeletons in his closet. Puff didn't understand that. You know, when you come from it, you look at it a little different, man. Real rap. We watching how the industry is crazy. Shit breaking down. It's breaking down. That shit ain't what it used to be, man. And honestly, right, the internet, AI, all this shit taking over, the industry, it ain't gonna never be what it was. People still gonna make music, but they took everything from CDs, made everything digital, whereas though they not paying that much, you can't grind your shit on your own no more. I remember CDs. Dudes used to be out the back of their trunk with it. Like hard body. Grinding they shit. It was like having dimes in the hood. You knew how much you paid for your CD. You knew how much you wanted to make off of it. You got your cover. You know how much it took to make everything up. It was like having dimes in the hood. You was pumping your pack. Now it's all digital and they giving you pennies on a dollar. And it's hard to get there. The game is like transforming, whereas though AI is taking over and they kicking jokers out. Straight up. AI is taking over and they kicking jokers out of the game. If you haven't already hit that like button, smash that like button. Hit that subscribe button, man. Share this video, man. They kicking jokers out the game. Is it even worth it now to come in the music industry? You got to be ready to be a puppet. We see these jokers running around. All they getting is show money. They just getting show money. Then they come back and tell you later, man, I wasn't getting nothing off the album. All I got is show money. They got to get out here and grind. They make a hit. That shit running around the clock for their money. You like, damn. Now I ain't getting nothing off that. Damn. Man, that shit went platinum. You ain't getting nothing off that? Nah. Oh, the label. Damn. That's some real pimping, man. That's some real pimping. Desiree running around the internet, her daughter suing her, and we starting to see this shit. That lawsuit that came out with her daughter is revealing a lot in the industry, man. Rock Nation has been sued a few times on the chopping block recently. They coming for their head. And now they being the talk of the town. You already know when people and their companies start being the talk of the town after you done already push shit out the way for so long. And it's like the evidence is so strong from you pushing shit out the way for so long that everybody sees that this is the program. This is what's going on. You can't push it out the way. I really think that that lawsuit with her daughter is going to be real, real messy. Because y'all know we ran through it on the channel. We talked about that lawsuit on the channel. And that right there, the way that they put all of those details in there, and they had documentation, footage of everything, that right there, let it be known that they might be going down. Straight up. They literally might be going down. And they can pay a couple settlements out, but it looked like criminal stuff to me. And I'm going to just be real. That shit looked like criminal stuff. And when it start looking criminal and it's so blatant that it's criminal, usually you see the company go down criminally. And when the company go down criminally, they start bringing other people down because there's a lot of people tied to them. They dealing with a whole bunch of people doing slick stuff, backdoor stuff, acting like they benefiting people's career, making it look like they helping people, but at the same time, is they taking advantage of people? That's some deep stuff, man. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, man. Hit that like button too. Share this video. Who can you trust, man? Nobody in the industry, though. Nah. I don't think the industry can be trusted because they have adapted to a certain way of operating. And it done got crafty. You know, they found ways to hack people's stuff. Nikki said her shit was getting hacked the whole time. She said, man, they was hacking my shit. Nobody wanted to listen to me. You know that's how it be. They said she was crazy. This is the game. Whenever you speak some truth, you label crazy. Now, we all got issues, man. Everybody got issues. It's the human makeup. Ain't nobody perfect. We all got issues. But when you start speaking truth, you crazy. And that's real rap. We know Kanye got issues. Yeah, he got issues. We know it. But he's speaking some real stuff. So, him speaking some real stuff, he crazy. You got people paying attention. They don't want you to change the direction. That's the crazy thing. We so mentally controlled in the world. They don't want to change that direction of us being mentally controlled. You think you really thinking for yourself. You ain't thinking for yourself. You following protocol. Yeah. There's things that you thinking about that you thinking for yourself is what you taught to think. It's protocol. You get out of line of it, they gonna check you. You know, if you get a certain level of influence and you don't keep it how the way it is, they deem you to be crazy. Because you got influence. You could change the direction of how things have been going. Straight up. If you change the direction of how things been going because you see it and you want to keep it real, you crazy. They want to shut you down. They don't want to let you elevate. They don't want to let you be yourself because you're going against the program. The program is designed for us to be a certain way in life. This program is designed for us to be a certain way, for us to think a certain way, for us to follow certain shit, and for us to stay slow mentally. Jokers don't be understanding it. If you pay attention, when you start telling people some real stuff that can elevate them mentally, they don't want to pay attention. They get off quick. If you start telling people things that can elevate them mentally, that's not what they want to pay attention to. Straight up. That's something they click off of. Man, I don't want to hear this shit. That shit might literally can help you elevate, but you don't want to pay attention to that. You rather pay attention to crash, goofy stuff so that you can be mentally stimulated but not elevate. The game of life, though. People don't want to be elevated. They just want to be mentally stimulated. That's it. Long as you mentally stabilize a person, and it could be some straight garbage, I'm good. That's all. But then we wonder why we ain't elevating. Because that don't intrigue us. Nah, that shit don't intrigue us. It don't intrigue us to elevate. Intrigue us just to ha 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 ha. Ah ha 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 ha. Oh yeah, ha ha ha. Yeah. That right there have a joker in it. Who crashing out? Who losing in the game? Who telling? Oh, he telling? All right, yeah, he telling. What's going to happen? It's still going to be people telling regardless. Who telling? All right, so we know this person's telling, right? We know they the police. What's going to change? People still going to deal with them. Facts. No matter if they told on somebody you know or not, they still going to deal with them. But we want to know who telling. Oh, they telling? Yeah. Man, that nigga the police. Who going to get them up out of here? Nobody. They still going to operate the same way. People still going to deal with them. They still going to do whatever they doing. It look like the niggas that's telling is winning. That's the crazy thing. So if they've been mentally playing on us, right? Telling us not to do certain things. And now we watching them jokers win. What's up with that? Why is that? Is that something to mentally keep us behind? Because that's what it looked like to me. Why we got to go out here and crash out and then sit there and be like, what happened? Man, I'm staying solid. Then the person over there line you up, right? And they out there having the ball. The system. It's a lot of things in the game of life that keep people behind. But people don't want to pay attention to it, right? Until they in a position where they have no choice but to think about it. That's what's crazy. It's a lot of things that's keeping us behind in the industry, in the world, all around. It's a lot of things that's keeping us behind, but don't nobody want to pay attention to it until it's them. Why is that the makeup of the people? We can't collectively be focused and elevate, but when you in a situation where you locked up, you losing everything, you ain't got nothing, then your brain want to be like, what happened? Okay, I see what it is. Why, when you in position, you don't see what it is? But this what they do though. Straight up. This what it do. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, man. Hit that like button and share this video. Straight up. Tory Lanez gonna come home, right? And he gonna start going ham. I can smell it. He gonna come home and start telling jokers. Because he was trying to tell jokers before he got in the situation. He gonna come home, go ham. It's gonna mess around and be some people that link up and start spitting it. This how they operating. This what's going on. But I see people don't listen. So I'm wondering, is people really going to listen? Or are they going to still follow what they've been following? Straight up. The way that the internet is set up, right? It's a lot of people that don't want to learn. They have people on here, right, that'll be teaching people, that'll be giving you some solid advice. Solid shit though, right? Solid. And then the people will be on there so focused on lying to themselves that they don't pay attention to the message. This how the game go though. And when they go to sleep at night, right? And they wake up the next day, it's the same process. You wonder why you can't figure it out. It's a lot to life. But it's a lot of things that keep you behind. That's what people need to pay attention to. It's a lot to life, but it's a lot of things that keep you behind, man. Big facts. Smash that like button too. You in the building, you ain't smashed that like button. Hit that like button, man. Hit that subscribe button. Straight up. We seeing the times change, man. And, you know, they change, but then they end up reverting back to how they was. Then they change again. Then they revert back to who they was. Let everybody live, RM. Just let them live. Let them live. Don't worry about it. Let them live. Let them, kid, just let them live. Let them live. Let them live. Let them live this round right here. Just to bring them over there so it can send a shockwave over to wherever they at. You know what I mean? Just let them live. It's like a lot of people don't see certain things until they're in a situation. But I see, like, he said, he told me, let him live though. Let him live. We need somebody next to him to get the shot wave. By him being on it, it is sent it to somebody next to him. You know what I mean? So don't worry about nobody right now. Let them go ahead and bug. You know what I mean? Let them bug, you know. So it can, I wanted to send around to everybody in the vicinity that's on there, and we don't stop it from, like, you know, because when it's like this, when I do it like this, it sent it certain places. You know what I'm saying? It sent it funny places when I do it. This is why the trolls be coming. Because when I do it like this, it sent it all kinds of ways. Yeah, and this how we be getting some subscribers. You know what I mean? So we try and get to that 19, and we real close. You know what I mean? I appreciate all of y'all that rock with me. You hear me? If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button though, and share this video. Smash the like button, man. We seeing a lot though. And now they speaking out about these big companies. These big companies that, people was in fear of. Diddy had people shook. Diddy had people shook. And I'm going to be honest with you. Diddy hasn't been convicted of anything. And he still got niggas shook. And that's a fact. Straight up. Because they don't want to be the ones that speak out about Diddy and he beat it. Because they know how he was operating and how he was stunting niggas' growth. Straight up. Nigga was stunting niggas' growth. Had your shit stuck at an infant. Nah, don't do nothing with it. Don't do nothing with it. That's a part of the game, though. But it's foul. This is how the game is operating. When a nigga say, don't do nothing with him that got seniority, you don't move at all. You see how WAC 100 is operating? I want y'all to pay attention to that. See, WAC 100 is a little guy on the scale. Straight up. I want y'all to pay attention to this, right? WAC 100 literally told academics, Adam 22, and Vlad TV, all his peoples, the community, everybody that he dealt with, don't talk to loose cannon. Pay attention to how Adam 22 and academics instantly stopped talking to loose cannon. But before then, that was their guy. They'd get on the phone with him. This is how the industry worked on a larger level. When them big dogs call around to those little outlets and they say, don't answer the phone for such and such, ain't nobody answering the phone. It's over. Your shit go on do not disturb. Call reject. You don't get a phone call answer from nobody. This how they operating though. Straight up. The same way that WAC did what he did, the same exact way is what bigger companies in the industry is doing. Entertainment world, rap world, all that. They cut your water off. Diddy was doing it all the time. He tried to do it with Wendy Williams. She had to go jump and go to another radio station. Because he said, don't deal with Wendy. She started talking about he was a fruit pop. This was back in the day. Yeah, he a fruit pop. Diddy said, get her gone. They fired her. This is how the game is played. And it's foul, but this is how they playing the game. It's straight foul. But this is how they playing the game now. And they don't care. They know well that this is people's livelihoods on the line. This is how people get their money. They don't care about that. People don't care about people, man. Some people got to understand that. You start seeing these positions, these jobs in big companies, they don't care about people. It's business. I don't care what's happening with this, and if you make it here, or if this I don't care about if your baby got milk. I don't care if your lights is on. I don't care. That's the game. It's foul, and I'm going to keep it a bean, but that's the game. This is why they operate and stay in position the way they do. Because they cut your water off, plug your line. We just witnessed it. Straight up. Wack 100 felt like he was a big exec. Straight up. Because he know how the big execs operate. Straight up. He know how they operate. They cut you off, don't answer the phone. Because there's been plenty of them that probably done it to him. Stop answering the phone for him. Seeing that he was on some BS, cut him off. Man, don't answer the phone for him no more. We ain't dealing with Wack no more. Done with him, right? So these people pick up the same traits from watching other people. Yeah. And he feel like he got a certain level of power, being as though that he cut loose cannon water off. He feel like his power is on a whole nother level. Yeah, I cut him off. I made sure he ain't get no money. I made sure don't nobody answer the phone for him. I want to show him that I made him. This is what the labels do. When they cut you off and they start telling everybody else to cut you off because you ain't signed that contract, you ain't getting on the deal they try to put you in on to make them money, then they cut you off. And you sitting over there like, man, I'm going to do this on my own, right? You go out there, get in the studio, make something, and it's a dud. It might be a straight banger, fire. You got something that's going to shake the table, but don't nobody want to hear it because somebody else told them, we don't want to hear that. And that's how they saying it. When they reference this shit to other people, they telling them, we don't want to hear it. Hold on, man. That shit fire. What I say? We don't want to hear that. You sure? This might be a banger. What did I say? We don't want to hear that. Then that's when they get the hint. Oh, okay. All right. We don't want to hear it. They start telling other people, man, we can't do nothing with that. Huh? This is a banger. This one gonna go #1. Oh, man. We don't want to hear that, though. That ain't what we looking for. But this how foul the game is, though. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't already hit that subscribe button, hit that subscribe button, man. Hit that like button and share this video. JR gets bread. Let them live. Let them all live. Let them all live. It's all good. Just let them all live for this round. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to send this thing through the algorithm a little bit. You know what I mean? So we can bring the beat back around this joint. You know what I mean? Just let them all live for this live right here. You know what I'm saying? You know I appreciate all y'all. Facts. But this is the game, though. You know what I mean? This is the game. They'll act like they got your best interest when they can take advantage of you. Damn right. It's like that on all levels. You see how Wack was talking about he was getting the bag off loose in his girl. He act like he had their best interest. And you know, I like to show y'all what I'm talking about with people that we see in front of us, because we don't be seeing them people that are big execs in front of us. We don't see them in front of us. We just hear about them. We see Wack in front of us. It's the same wave on a smaller level. You know, Wack is on a lower level. Them people on a higher level, them big execs, they on a way higher level, a different scale. So with Wack, the scale he on, the small people that we see, we gonna see how he handled them. And he handled them a certain way, whereas though he let them know, I put you in position. I made you. This is what happens though when you go sign with that label and you align yourself. This is why I tell people, when you align yourself with people like Wack, this is what happens. And you watch, the same thing happens with everybody that aligns themselves with Wack. They never elevate. Their water get cut off at a certain time. So with the big labels, you see that it's certain people that you might see popping. They in position. They got a hit. Everybody banging them. Everybody talking about them. But when something don't go right with that paperwork, you see how they water get cut off. When they don't feel like they can do what they want to whoever, they water get cut off. It's the same way. We seen when Wack was getting PC off of Loose Cannon, everything was good. And now that I sit back and think about it, right? Because Loose Cannon's girl says Wack got her a major deal, couple hundred bands, right? And you know, Wack lives off being a middleman. That's what he lives off of. His whole life is based off being a middleman, right? Make sure you hit that like button in the building and hit that subscribe button. His whole life is based off being a middleman, and he knew this deal for a couple hundred bands was on the table for Sharice while Luce was locked up. So if you pay attention to it, after he got that deal signed and sealed, he flipped on Loose Cannon and his girl. See, he knew he was setting them up from the door. That was locked and loaded. He knew that he was lining Loose Cannon up from the door. But at the same time, he knew he had this deal in the play for a couple hundred that they was going to make, that I think he probably was going to make some PC off for probably $10,000, $20,000. He was getting PC off the joint, right? And he knew the deal was in line. He knew he had already lined the ball up. So what he did do is he made sure that he got the couple hundred delivered for her to get his PC, and then he flipped on him. And a part of his contract is not to let people know how much the deal was. One thing Wack do, I see that, is he honors those contracts with people and what's said in them. But he know how to play with them, right? He know that he can't speak on the number of the deal. So when he was on No Jumper, they was talking about the number on the contract, and Adam was like, yo, how much was this deal? He's like, I made him a couple hundred, like a half a mil, I think. And I think she said it was like 3 something, right? But he couldn't tell what the deal was. And Adam was like, you can't tell me what the deal is? Nah, I ain't got to tell you that, because he knows that if you tell somebody about this deal, you got to pay that money back. If you say something about how much this deal was, you got to pay the money back. You broke the contract. This is a contract between you and her and whoever the third party was, and you can't reveal this information. He knew that. But this is the game, though. Right after the contract was locked and loaded, signed and sealed, he flipped the script. Straight up. Wack flipped the script on a whole nother level, because he knew that it wasn't no more business for them. But before then, if y'all heard him, he was acting like Big U told on Loose Cannon. That's all he was saying. Yeah, Big U told on Loose Cannon. That was the manipulation that he was doing to Loose Cannon and his girl to keep the deal alive. I'm with Loose Cannon. I'm with him. I'm on his side, right? He allowed certain things to be said and didn't respond because he knew I got to get this deal done. I got to get my little 10 bands or whatever, 20, whatever I'm getting off of this, right? I can't mess this up. Smash that like button if you're in the building and hit that subscribe button, man. Y'all know it's free game over here. Free game, right? So he knew. And what he did was he made sure that he got the deal signed, got the money transferred, and right after the deal, he flipped on her. He was plotting this the whole time. You know, bottom of the barrel type of shit. You know, dirtbag. People you got to watch out for. But this is the game. And, you know, now that he got the deal and got his money, he don't mind trying to assassinate her character to try to make her fall off of whatever she got going on. It's a dirty game. You know what I'm saying? And this is how they play on a bigger level. Straight up. This is how they play on a bigger level. Them big execs, yeah, they know how to play you. They know how to get you in a situation if you don't play the game fair, how to end up messing the contract up for you. All right, we ain't going to do nothing for you. Yeah, you ain't cooperating, we ain't going to promote your shit. We ain't going to do nothing for you. Yeah, we in a contract. You can't go nowhere else. You can't sign up with nobody else, and we ain't going to do nothing for you. But they not going to tell you. They just going to stop answering your calls. They never around. They always busy. I'll get back to you. Straight up. I'll get back to you. Yeah, we'll work on that deal. Never go through. And you sitting there wondering, why the hell they acting like this? Because you definitely didn't do what they wanted you to do. Yeah, you bucked the system. Nikki was telling jokers, though. She was letting jokers know, man, they playing a game with me. We know on some real shit. They got some new women out there that can rap. But we know Nikki went hard in the paint. Lyrically, Nikki went hard in the paint. And they definitely boycotted her. Blackball. We ain't rocking with you. She didn't do something they wanted her to do. I don't care. You know, Nikki got cocky. My money up. You know? We can't get her legally, so we got to get her where it hurt. Her pocket. We ain't going to push your shit. We going to set you back. This is the game, though. We know Nikki fire. Straight up. Nikki fire. She sit down, know how to deliver. Got her ad-libs. Her little voice. How she change it. She change it hard. Then she change it soft. She'll sing on the track. Fire. But they ain't want to put her shit on the radio. Nah. She ain't do what they wanted her to do. She start saying something. Hold on, man. These niggas getting too much paper off me. Now, I ain't going for that. That's the thing about the industry. They don't want you to get smart. A lot of jokers come in the industry, don't got no money. They don't know the game, and they get to play them. They like them type of people. Straight up. That's the type of talent they look for in the game. People that they can manipulate and make a bag off you. Straight up. They smell them type of people. Oh, yeah, I got one. I'm going to give you a crazy deal, but I'm going to make you famous. Everybody going to know you. You going to be lit. Get you under contract. You locked in this deal. And as long as you stay slow to the game, you going to keep rolling. When you wake up and say, hold up, man. I'm getting 5%. What the fuck? I'm getting 5%? That's it? That's how they doing me? They getting everything? Hold up. In this, why am I only getting 5%? Man, that's how I go. That's a part of the game. What? Yeah, you get your show money. Don't you get the money on the road, right? Yeah, you get the show money. But I only get 5% off the album? Yeah, that's it. You only getting 5. You get all your show money, don't you? You lucky we ain't take that. We was planning on getting a part of that. Then you get smart and start saying, man, why can't I do a 50-50 partnership? That ain't how you came in the game. We don't want to change that. We got people to pay. We putting out promo for you. We doing this. We don't want to give you whereas though you got any control. We got control. And we own your name. What for tomorrow, huh? You get to signing them deals, they own your name. I guarantee you. That's why Kanye changed his name from Kanye to Ye. Because them people owned Kanye's name. Straight up. I can guarantee you that. Them people, they owned the name Kanye. When you sign those certain contracts, they own your name. They own you. Nigga got to go and change his whole government. This is why I say, man, don't call me Kanye no more. Shit. Call me Ye. Hold up, man. It's Kanye. Man, call me Ye. My name Ye. Hold up. I ain't Kanye. Them niggas own Kanye. That ain't me. I'm Ye. But this is the game, though. This shit be foul. You know? But you know, when you wake up, that's when it become a problem. It's like you can't wake up once you sign a bad deal. Don't do that because you done started straight havoc for yourself because they're going to bring it to you. Oh, you woke up. You should have stayed asleep. Now shit ain't the same for you. You wondering why you dropping shit, ain't nobody paying attention. Hold up. I'm fired. Ain't nobody paying attention. Nobody want to hear. Oh, I got that heat. I don't nobody gonna hear you. We see how certain artists, they are not in the light like they should be. Crazy. Certain people. Chris Brown, fire. He can sell out stadium. Fire shit. Chris Brown, they not pumping Chris Brown like they should be. Straight up. It's certain people. Fire. We know Chris Brown can put some shit together like this. And that shit be fire. Why Chris Brown ain't all over the radio like he used to be? Why? And he still got it to make fire. He's an R&B artist. Still got it. They not going to pump because they can't control. And he woke up. You can see the people that wake up. The people that wake up and that are fired, they still survive, but they don't be as mainstream as we seen them because people that run mainstream want a big part. They don't want a little part. Fuck that. Nah. We want a big part. Straight up. And if we can't get a big part, you just won't eat that way. That's it. No matter what you say, if they can't own a big part, you just won't eat that way. And that's a fact. Figure it out. Go find yourself. Who cares? We ain't getting majority of the money. You ain't eating over here on these platforms. Straight up. And it's foul that it's like that, but it's the game. So when you see these people operate, you got to know what it is. I get to understanding some shit, and I'm paying attention. You can see it. It's like self-explanatory on some real shit. You know what I mean? It's self-explanatory, man. If you haven't already hit that subscribe button, hit that subscribe button, man. Hit that like button and share this video. Share this live, man. Facts. And I appreciate all of y'all. You hear me? Diddy was running the industry heavy. Heavy. Man, you see how scared people still are to talk about Diddy? Straight up. These jokers is terrified to talk about Diddy. It's so many people that were around Diddy, dealing with Diddy, that are scared to say anything, even something positive. Because if they say something positive, the feds is on them. If they say something negative, they worrying about if Diddy beat the case. So this is why you don't hear nobody talking about Diddy. They not saying nothing. Nigga looking at it like, if I speak, I'm on a lose-lose situation. Nigga might beat the case, I talk negative. Now I got to worry about the backlash when he get out. If I try to speak up for him, the feds going to get me. This is why you only seen Kanye go through. Literally. This is why you only seen Kanye go through. Kanye went through because he didn't care. That nigga, man, I don't care. I know what it is in the industry. I don't care. My money up. This Ye. I'm coming up in here. Who gonna say what? And him coming through, everybody look at Ye like he crazy. Man, Ye crazy, he went through there. Nah, the nigga know what it is. Nigga know what it is. When they paint a certain picture of the game, this is what our mind is programmed to think. Whenever they paint a certain picture, we are programmed to really visualize it and look at it the way that they paint it. This is what they do to us. This is the picture. This is how you look at it. This is what it is. Yeah. Mental programming, man. They good at this shit, man. They good at this shit. But I tell you on some real shit, this is why you honestly got to take some time to yourself. And a lot of people don't like to take that time and be to themselves. When you take the time to be to yourself, you get time to analyze some things that you might not have paid attention to when you got people around you. When you got people around you, it really messes up the way that you think, because you don't get to get that clear, quiet time. That clear, quiet time gives you another wave of thinking. It gives you the time for shit to say, oh, maybe this and maybe that. Let me see this. Let me read this. When you always got people around you and they saying shit and they just talking about something that you not really trying to dial in on, that shit throw your brain left. You like, what the hell? I can't understand. How am I going to pay attention? What? Then you get to indulging in something that they're saying. You sit there paying attention to what they're saying, and it messed you up. Appreciate the super chat. JR gets bread. Chris Brown is his own worst enemy. He got anger issues. The industry, man. The industry. I agree he got anger issues. I agree. But you know what it is. When you don't do what you are told in the industry, they're going to blackball you. Straight up. You got to follow protocol in industry. Straight up. You're not your own boss. Them artists, they not their own boss. They work for somebody. Straight up. They work for somebody. You can tell the artists that might got a 50-50 deal and they doing business or partnership, they operate different. Their music come out different. The ones that get signed to a label for that percentage that they don't make really nothing off the album dropping, they just got a tour because they signed to another rapper, to a label. Man, them niggas is operating different. Them niggas is operating different. You know? Yeah, they operating real different, man. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, though, smash that subscribe button. Smash that like button. Hit the like button. You in the building, they don't take nothing. Smash that, man. And that's facts. You know, it's a dirty game, though. You know what I mean? It's a dirty game. You might think when you see them jokers that they really like that and they got their bread and they doing this and they doing that. Let them get out of pocket. Straight up. Money dwindle. Straight down. Don't nobody hear they shit come out. You don't hear nothing. Damn. You know, and academics loves that. Academics loves that because he knows when these labels be boycotting these people. Don't push their shit. Oh, that's his ill. He go hard in the paint. Man, your album ain't do nothing. It flopped. Your sales ain't the same. Nah, that's because the people ain't pushing them the same, nigga. But academics know that. But he understand that everybody don't know that. So his audience, they be paying attention to him when he going at niggas talking about your album ain't do shit and nobody's listening. No, the people ain't push him, nigga. That's what happened. If the machine pushes them, nigga, they gonna get listened to. Straight up. You see how when they push Kendrick shit and they put Drake on the back burner, but Drake is a different type of celebrity now. You know, he got a different fan base. He got loyal fans. But you see the difference in hearing the music. We heard Not Like Us around the clock. We heard Not Like Us so much. Like some of the songs I heard on the radio, I changed the station. Like, yo, man, I done heard this shit 7 times today. I literally heard Not Like Us 7 times today. I got to change the fucking station. I heard it all day. This how they do some of them. See, it's going to happen like that for some of the newer artists, though. Straight up. It's the same way it's going to happen like that for some of the newer artists. Eventually, they going to fade off because their contracts be up. When they try to come back and revise the contract and talk turkey, thinking they got it in the bag, now I'm ready to talk turkey, right? And start, yo, I want this, I want that. The label starts saying, all right, we're going to get back to you. We got you. We're going to get back to you. We're going to work on this. We got to sit down and do something. Nigga ain't getting back to him. They ain't rocking with him the same. Now they like, man, F my label. I don't want nothing to do with the label, man. I'm independent. Now you start hearing them talking that independent shit. Man, I'm independent. Man, I'm going indie. I'm going indie. Man, I can't deal with these labels, man. I'm going all indie on these niggas, man. See how they do? I thought, we was better than that. I'm going to drop my project on my own. Next thing you know, their shit don't even go nowhere. You know what I mean? Straight up. They shit don't even go nowhere. I appreciate all y'all. Facts. I appreciate all of y'all. Yeah, chat. We try and bring them in. You know what I mean? We gotta bring them in from all walks right now. When I do it like this, it's sent everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And when we start clipping them, right, it keep it low. When we let them in, the trolls, they be sending the shockwaves, right? When they be sending shit in the chat, they send the shockwave to the shit in their areas. Because they typing. This shit all AI, man. This shit is all AI. When you start typing and they get the trolls be in the chat going crazy and shit, it sends shit to their areas, and then we be popping up on people around them screen. Next thing you know, somebody around them, it pop up on. They hit the like button, it pop up. You know what I'm saying? This is what we need. Right now, we try to elevate. Y'all see, we going hard in the paint. We going hard in the paint. So what I'm going to do is, in a second, we going to get off this live in a minute, right? And then I'm going to come back 30 minutes later, back in the studio. Yeah, I got to play with the algorithm right now. You know what I'm saying? I got to play with the algorithm. I got to get, one thing y'all know about Deezy, right? I be sitting back contemplating. I be plotting. Because y'all know what it is. It's not about the setback. It's about the get back. And, we going to go hard in the paint. But I got to, I got to dibble and dabble. You know what I'm saying? I got to bring the beat back. So, what we going to do is, I'm going to get off here in about 5 minutes, and then we going to come back in 30 minutes. Make sure if you locked in, you hit that notification bell. Make sure if you haven't already hit that subscribe button, you hit that subscribe button. Big facts. You know what I'm saying? And hit the like button. If you in the building, smash that like button, man. Don't be no duck-ass joker and not smack the like button. Smack that, man. Real recognize real. We should be looking familiar around here. Big facts. You know what I mean? Yeah, we're going to come back in like 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And then we're going to go hard for the late night show. Y'all know I go hard in the paint. You know what I'm saying? Told you we ready to bring the beat back. We ready to bring it back. I'm saying I got to start getting in here, right? When I wake up in the morning, fuck it. Brush my teeth, get my shit together, and jump straight on live. Fuck it. I got to lock in. You know what I'm saying? I got to lock in. You know what I'm saying? I got to lock in. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? More than a hustler, I'm the definition of it. Facts. You hear me? More than a hustler, I'm the definition of it. Yeah. Big facts. So, you know what I mean? I gotta start putting it together. We gotta let them come around for a second. You know what I mean? Go ahead, talk slick to them. Let them come around for a second so that we can bring the people that's not a troll around. You know what I mean? We bring a couple trolls around, and bam, then we bring the other ones, that want to be a part of the family. We get them. We got the weed and seed. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. But I see the difference as in when I say, yo, fall back and don't knock them off. I see the difference in the volume. It changes. You understand what I'm saying? But when we be knocking them off real quick, it keep it low. I see that too. I say, okay, because we not sending that shockwave. When they get to typing, it's send the AI. We got AI over here, AI over here. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button, man. If you want to be a troll, hit that like button, man. Straight up. That's what we like. You know what I mean? Y'all know I like to, I sit back and plot and strategize. We going to the moon. Trust and believe. But I got to start playing with this shit. You know what I'm saying? I got to get up out the bed, brush my teeth, right? Take a shower, get my life right, and jump on live. Straight on the phone. Boop. Now I'm on live. I'm talking shit. You know what I mean? Didn't go into the studio. Get on live. Take a break. Jump back on the jack. Get on live. Boop. Take a break. Go in the studio. Get on live. Boop. Jump back on the phone. Get on live. Drop a video. Do a short. I got to turn this shit up. You know what I'm saying? This is what separates the hustlers from the workers. You know what I'm saying? This is what separates us now. Certified hustlers over here. This is what the separation come in. When you can sit back, analyze, and strategize how to put the grind in order. Because I'm telling y'all going to see. I mean, y'all already see because y'all rock with SBGB TV. Y'all see what it is. I always been like this. You know what I'm saying? This is why I always got to it on another level. You know what I'm saying? This is a fact. This is why I always got to it on a whole nother level. Because I sit back, right? And I start thinking, okay, I took a little break, right? I took a little break. I fell back for a second, regroup. I regroup now. Because y'all know for like 5 months straight, I was going hard. Started doing those 2 lives a day, and I wasn't getting no sleep, no nothing. Body was all messed up. Allergies always going off. I had to start letting my body heal a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I done healed up a little bit. Now I'm ready to go in. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm ready to start pulling them all-nighters again. You know what I'm saying? I like to see the sun come up. You know what I mean? That's the shit I like to get into. I want to see the sun come up. I remember those nights. I couldn't remember nights. I damn near went crazy, had to get it right. I'm up all night. You hear me? I don't want no sleep. Yeah. Sleep is the cousin of death. I don't want no sleep. Straight up. I want to go in. So I got to wake up out my sleep, right? I might got to start going live while I'm brushing my teeth. You know what I'm saying? I'm going live while I'm brushing my teeth. You know what I mean? Let us have dialogue while I'm brushing my teeth. You know what I mean? This how, when I get to that point, that's when I know I'm on the grind. When I get up, fresh out, wash my face, brush my teeth, I'm on live. Huh. That's how I know I'm back. That's going to take me back. I'm going to feel like something. When I start doing that shit, I'm going to feel like something. I'm like, yeah, this feel like me because I'm one of them. Shit. I remember them grinding days, you hear me? Same gear. Get up, take a shower, wash, you know what I'm saying? Throw my shit on, I'm out. I don't want nothing fly. I need to have the same shit on so I can have the same mentality. I don't want to be trying to look good because then I'm over here swaying. I'm looking for the women and no, I need to be grinding. What am I doing? I remember the days when I have a mule knot, you hear me? In the bras looking at my boys, and then they look at me and be like, man, he a little scruffy. What's up with him? I'm the nigga that got the fucking bag, nigga. But they don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? They like, what's up with your boy? Man, he a little scruffy. I'm the one that got the fucking bag, though. These niggas don't got the fucking bag. You know what I'm saying? So I got to get back to that mentally. That's, that's the mentality. You know what I mean? That's the hustler that I come from. You know what I mean? That's my swag. You know, it make me feel like something. Real rap. I'm saying everybody fly. Everybody got new sneaks on. You know what I mean? I pull up in that shit, but I'm looking dingy. I'm on a mission. Then I go jump in the squatter. I'm on a mission. Then I might go jump on a motorcycle. I'm on a mission. You know what I mean? Appreciate the super chat. JR gets bread. I would go to bed listening to you live, and my alarm would go off at 6 a.m. and you still be going hard. In the paint. Facts. That's the shit I be on, though, man. That's the shit I like. Real rap. That's the shit I'm talking about. Going hard. Straight up. Real rap. I remember. No cap. I'm up all night. You hear me? Round the way. Young bull. Motherfuckers going to work. And I'm still out. Same way. That's the mentality. Motherfucker like, damn, you still up? Damn right I'm up. I'm on my way to work. All right, have a good day. I'm going to get some rest in a minute. Facts. Yeah, I'll sleep later. You know what I mean? Sleep later. This is why I've always been separated. You know what I mean? I don't look down on nobody, but I just know that my grind, I look at the grind. The grind is major to me when I'm thinking about something. You know what I mean? And we trying to build something here. We really trying to build something here. I want to make sure that, you know, this build and it really build. And, you know, I appreciate everybody that's in the building. That's a part of the growth. That's a fact. But y'all know I got to show up consistently for us to be here. And that's a fact. I show up consistently, we doing something. I start taking off and taking breaks. You know, I got to start making sure. See, you know, I'm understanding something though, right? You know, I'm understanding something because we building something, right? I'm understanding that I got to understand when and where to talk about certain things. You know, y'all my people, so, you know, I like to keep it a bean. This is what I'm putting together now. Okay. All right. Okay. Because we got to start talking about the different topics that's going on. Like this right here with the Desiree and the Rock Nation and shit like that going on, the lawsuit. We got to throw those in there. You know what I'm saying? We got to throw those in there, but I got to understand when and where to talk about these things. All right, boom. This is right. Until I build it up. When I build it up and we got the audience, then I'm in the studio, hard body. I'm in the studio, hard body. All right, boom. So I know then every time I'm in the studio, everybody, you know what I'm saying? I got to know, you know, in the field. I got to be in the field with it. You know what I'm saying? I got to hit the studio. I got to be in the field. I got to go in. No games. You know what I'm saying? But when we like this, right, we got to let them linger. You know what I'm saying? Let them linger when it's like this, because when they start typing, they send it to the people around them. That's the thing. And I'm like, you know, I study up on this AI shit and how this shit operate, because this shit here all operates from the AI shit. You start talking into here, this is how this shit is operating. It's generating around. It's going here. You know what I mean? It's doing that. Blue chicken. What you doing, baby? Talk your shit. Be easy. Stay safe. Stay dangerous. Definitely stay dangerous. You know what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? From the bottom. You know I appreciate you too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We went in. See, listen. We went in on this live, right? For an hour and 40 minutes. We going hard in the paint. Hour and 40 minutes, we putting that work in. Solid work. So now, I'm going to set it up. We're going to go on the next live, you know what I'm saying, for we're going to go on the next live for like 3.5 hours. I'm going to put it like that. We should go about, let me see, about 3.5. We're going to rock for like 3.5 on the next one. Solid. You know what I'm saying? Hard body. And we're going to go in how we go in. We're going hard on whack. We're hard on it. You know what I'm saying? Got to bring this shit together. Teamwork make the dream work. We're going hard in the paint on whack. Yeah. Fufafi. Big facts. Run the table. One love. Kia. You know what it is. We going in. RM. Y'all know we going in, man. Blue chicken. Real rap. JR gets bread. You know, I appreciate all y'all, man. Trees. Y'all know what it is, man. Big facts. Y'all know, listen, man, y'all know y'all host. I be studying and I'm plotting and I'm, strategizing. Y'all know when I go in, I go in. We ready to go in. Big facts. You know what I mean? This why, some of them other jokers be hating. Because, this shit here take a certain type of strategizing. This shit different. I ain't gonna lie, because when I first started doing this shit, I said, hold the fuck up. This shit still do something to my body, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all know I like to keep it a bean. This shit do something internally to your body. To be able to talk, be into it, deliver. That shit do something to the inside of your fucking body, man. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm big facts. I'm keeping it a bean. Like, this shit is different. You know what I mean? Everybody can't do this shit. MX Laker girl. There you go. MX Laker girl. What you doing? Yeah. This shit take a certain kind of energy, man. Straight up. No cap. But we building. We grinding. We growing. And yeah, we going to be back in 30 minutes. Stay locked in. I'm going to put the notification up there in about 5 minutes. So stay locked in. We're going to be back in like 30 minutes, man. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and share this video. I got to put the thumbnail together for this right here. Put the thumbnail together for the next episode. And we just taking a 30-minute break, man. That's it. And we coming back hard body. Facts. Let's do this shit, man. We building. It's SBGB TV, fam. We coming from the muck. Straight up. No cap. Real recognize real. Don't go to bed yet. Man, listen. We going to work straight from the live. We stay up and go to work on live. Don't go to bed yet. Straight up. Don't go to sleep. We going to rock the live and then go to work off the live. Man, we pulling all-nighters around here, man. Straight up. All-nighters. Yeah. I done 2 days. Straight up. I done 2 days. Facts. You hear me? I done 2 days. Round the clock. No cap. Hard. In the paint. Motherfucker mule knot too. You hear me? Big facts. I appreciate all y'all, man. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Smash the like button on the way back. You hear me? I see y'all in like 30 minutes. Big facts. I appreciate all y'all. It's not about the setback. It's about the get back. Now.